Hey, I'm Will from Cardboard Minute. We're going to be playing Newton today. This is a game designed by Nestore Mangone and Simone Luciani. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names. And this has been published by Cranio Creations. It is a Euro-style game where you are traveling around the countryside, putting on speeches and things at universities, training your students to master the various technical arts, and stocking up your library with various tomes that you have collected. Really the theme is loosely represented, but let's get down to the table. I will show you how to play. I'll show you how the solo works, do a full playthrough, and then I will give you my review afterwards. So here we have set up for a one-player game. The only real difference is that you are drawing 6 of the master cards instead of 4, and you're going to have to discard down to 4 before you start. Otherwise, it is basically the same. You are just placing tokens randomly out on the board, filling in the correct shapes, and of course, only placing tokens on the gold circle locations that match the player count. And other than that, it's pretty much simple setup. Every player is going to get their own board with books. I'm going to leave these on the player color side up so they're a little bit easier for you guys to see on the screen. Everybody has their small deck of starting cards and the market set up. And the gameplay is fairly simple. You'll be playing through 6 rounds, and keeping track of everything in this game is very straightforward. Each turn and during a round, you will be playing one of your cards. Each card will have a different proficiency in one of the different arts, as well as sometimes a bonus, like a book or something that will provide you something extra. For example, if there's a lightning bolt, you get the thing immediately, so this would be a coin. You're going to play one of these items to your tableau or to your board and place it on the top drawer. Then you'll take an action corresponding to the icon you just played. The strength of the action will be the number of icons that you have collected so far in your board. So that's going to grow as you chain and combo stronger and stronger actions together. And there's some ways to increase that too. Like, for example, you can once per turn spend $2 to increase your action by 1. Each turn you're going to be playing another card until you have filled up all of them. That would be 5 turns. And then that triggers the end of the round, in which case then you will take one of the cards that you have either in your hand or on your board, and you will tuck it underneath the slot according to the round number of your board. This way you will be steadily growing in the number of symbols available to you, so turns will get stronger and stronger as you go. The one exception is the Jester card. This one, it counts as a wild. But it only counts as a wild in terms of when you play it. Once it's already on your board, it does not count towards any future actions. But it will let you select an action immediately, regardless of what the symbol is. This is important because as you are losing cards, you may, purposely or accidentally give up your last card of a certain icon, and this will essentially prevent you from running out of the ability to do that action. All right, also importantly, certain cards will have things like books that you'll need to meet requirements, and we'll cover that in a minute. So what do the different actions do? Right, the most simple action is the hat, or the studying, I believe it's called. And this is how you're going to get new cards. Each round, you're going to have 3 of each level of studying cards out, and these will be reset in between each round. And you'll buy 1 card, regardless of how many icons you have, but the strength of the card is based on the number of icons, 1, 2, or 3. And these cards do get quite more powerful and have more powerful actions as you pick them up. So it is important to get more cards as you play. Plus, you actually don't have quite enough cards in your hand to start with to both tuck and play 5 cards each round of the game. So you're going to have to acquire more, or you're going to eventually run out and not be able to do actions. So that is the easiest, most simple one. Next is let's see, I've already covered exclamation mark, the protractor and pencil, I guess. And what you're going to do here is for each level of the action, you're going to move your red or your token here, and you're going to move a number of spaces, a number of squares equal to how many icons you've placed. Then you're going to collect a coin for each one you've moved over, which you will only get the coins if you take the action. If you get bonus movements, you do not. From some other action, you don't get coins. And this is a good way to get progress up the track and get more money. Also, the way this game works is if you ever pass over or land on one of these little circular tokens, you get whatever the bonus is. But for every other token that's placed on the board, you only get the ability or the action when you end your movement on that spot. So what we have here is, if I end my movement there, I will then get one of the matching tiles from the side of the board. These ones with the exclamation mark are an income that you would earn between rounds, and I'll show you what that looks like. And you'll place that in one of the empty exclamation mark slots on your player board. And then we have various actions. Also, each track is ended by one of these flag markers, which gives you some very important endgame scoring. But before you move onto that spot, you must have books equal to the number of the exact coloring and number of books shown before you're allowed to move onto that slot, and then therefore be able to score that particular thing at the end of the game. These are all randomly assigned, so they're a little bit different each time. You'll just have to check the rule book to see what they mean. But generally they do things like set collections for book types, or based on how many of these special cards you were able to play, or things you've traveled to and visited during the exploration phase, or exploration turns, or something like that. So that is how that action works. Next action is, let's go ahead and cover exploration. So exploration is the compass. And when you do that action, you will get to move around this board with your Newton or your large guy here. And he'll get to travel spaces equal to up to the number of compass symbols that you've used. In this case, again, you pick up any small circles, but you only activate the larger tokens if you end your turn on that spot. Note that there is some locations that will cost money to travel over. And otherwise, if you don't have the money, you cannot take the action. There are a whole bunch of these university tiles that will do different things, like give you immediate resources or add tokens. The only one strange one is the medical knowledge one, in which case when you use this for the first spot, you will claim one of these 1 point income earning tokens. And by the way, every time you on this board, whenever you land on one of these places, you'll take the top cube from your track here and you will leave it behind, showing that you've already claimed that that ability. This is only done on this one special medical spot to show, because you have to only claim it once. The other lightning bolt ones can be done multiple times, but the places like the different civilizations and ancient places can only have 1 cube per person on those spots. And you only really need cube because it's to show that you've been there before. You'll see that the more cubes you place out, you'll get immediate points if you're able to clear all the way down to the bottom of the board. All right, so back to the medical facility here. Once you claim the 1 point token, if you get to the second medical facility and place your cube there, you will be able to flip that to a 3 point token. And these will earn you things at the end of the round, which I will cover soon. All right, so it is important also to get to these Roman numeral locations as well as these different ancient civilization locations and place your cubes there, because those are some of the requirements for building books, which we will now cover here. So the book building action, when you take this action, you will be able to place books into your library. Books all have certain requirements, except for one. They all have certain requirements for you to either have books in your tableau. So for example, I need to have a blue book somewhere in my tableau, or on maybe one of my master cards can provide books. In order to take a book off of one of the stacks of 3 here and cover over that spot. You'll see that there are symbols matching the various locations on the board. So being able to explore the board is required in order to cover over those symbols with books. Now, the strength of the action will be based on the cost of the row. So 1 book, 2 books, 3 books. That is important. Also, the reason why you want to add these is that if you're able to fill a row or column, there is usually a income point associated with having that filled. So for example, if I get all 4 of these books filled in, I will get 4 points per round. Also, getting books out gives you one-time bonuses too for clearing each stack of books. So that is also an important method of earning points. Now, I will warn you, there's not enough books to cover everything, so you will have to diversify a little bit. All right, lastly, we have the gear action here. We can focus. And the gear action is going to be based on your students. You only have 1 student to start, but every time you have either one of these actions that gives you new students, you can start a new one at the beginning, or you can spend $5, which I'll cover the instant actions soon. Now, for the gear action, for each gear that is shown, you will be moving a student that many spaces. You can only move 1 student at a time, and he can move up to the number of gears that you have done. Again, pick up any round tokens as you go, but any other symbols you have to land on in order to get the thing. Now this track, you will have a lot of these square ones, which will give you some of these income squares, if you remember before, with the exclamation marks, where at the end of each round, you will get those things. But also, you will get occasionally these squares that have these parchment papers, which are relating to one of these. So when you claim one of the, when you land on one of those parchment paper spots, you can claim the corresponding tile and place it in the bottom drawer of your board, making those future actions even stronger. So it can be important to kind of build that engine a little bit here. Also, your students can only have 1 student per track, but you'll notice they do split off a little bit differently. So for example, I could have 2 students up to here, but then progressing forward, only 1 could end up hitting the end, because you can only have 1 student per end tile for scoring purposes. And again, those are quite important to do. All right, so a couple more things left here. We have instant actions. So you can always spend, and these are, all of them except for 1 can be done as many times per turn as you wish. The exception is the $2 to increase the action you're doing by 1 power. But you can spend $1 to add 2 more cards from one of the decks to the row, giving you more options. You can spend $3 for a potion, and you can spend $5 to recruit a new student. So that's how you get more of them out. Now potions, if you can't quite meet the requirements for building books, this is what potions are for. You can spend 1 potion to replace a missing book color, and only 1. So if you needed 3 blues and you have 0, you'd have to spend 3 potions. Or you can spend 3 potions to fulfill another requirement. So for example, if you didn't have a cube on one of the various cities that you needed for a requirement, you can spend 3 potions on that instead. And then lastly, we have the masters. So your hand of master cards, whenever you land on one of these master locations that has the scroll, which by the way, you can only do once per place that it shows where the master is, you can play one of your master cards. And these sometimes will have actions associated with them. Sometimes they'll have an initial, large amount of money or something, or they'll give you permanent symbols like books for you to better achieve things you're looking for in the future. Also, these are all worth points at the end of the game, on top of whatever other endgame scoring conditions there are. So remember, at the end of each round, once everybody has played their 5 cards, the first player token will pass around clockwise, or not at all for a single player. You will get anything that has an exclamation mark that is qualified, and then you will replace the card market entirely with new cards. If you have to shuffle, go ahead and shuffle. The solo mode specifically, again, you're starting with 4 masters and you have to discard down, you're starting with 6 and you have to discard down to 4. And the only other real difference is just the player count setup is slightly different. You're not covering over the 2+ places. And other than that, it is essentially a beat your own high score style game. All right, I believe that is everything. And it is time to start a solo player game. So let's take a look at my 6 cards here. And I'm gonna have to get rid of a couple. Book requirements are always good. I do have an orange book already in my starting hand, but those are always quite good for meeting book requirements. I feel like actions are usually good as well. This is move 6 spaces up on this track. However, you don't get coins for it, but it could mean that I could push me all the way to the end for the endgame scoring. So that's a possibility. Being able to move 5 spaces on the map without having to pay for border crossings. Maybe I'll keep that one. Potions can be quite good. 3 gear spaces. Oh, this is a good one. So this is move a student 3 spaces. And then even if I don't meet the requirements for the endgame book things, I automatically can still place my guy there. So I'm going to take that. That could be quite important. And money or potions, they're both used for a lot of things. Maybe I'll go for potion. And no, let's go for money. Yeah, let's go for money. So I'm going to get rid of these guys. And let us begin. I should probably start with getting some new cards. Getting these increased action abilities is quite important too. Let's see if there's anything I can easily reach here. I can get a double potion pretty quickly. That's potential. Getting money, points income could be quite nice too. I mean, not points income, sorry, money income. And this track, I can get more money. Oh, a token of my choice. It's pretty nice. I can get another student out. I mean, I do want to start heading towards some of these upgrade locations, because I find upgrading these tokens on your board can really help to get that engine moving. So why don't we do that? I'll spend... There's a card. Oh, you know what? Let's go digging for more cards. Okay. Play my university hat, and I will take. I think maybe the $1. I could use a little bit more cash right now, so I can grab this one. And they don't refill until the end of the round. And then I'm going to go ahead and use that one and get $1. And then move 1 space up this way. And then let's use my other gear. So now I can move 2 spaces. Oh, you know what? I forgot I don't have a guy that way. Is there an easy way to get a guy? Yeah, maybe I'll go this way. I'll go. You know, no, I think I should have done the 1 this way instead. So I can claim this and add a new student. And then now with the 2, I can move that student 2. 1, 2, and then take the other token to get another student. And here we go. It's starting to go, and then I'll play the wild, and then move that student 3. 1, 2, 3, and take the $2 income. So I've already just burned through most of my actions there, but I think that will be good for me. Now I could use my natural ability. Let's do that. Oh, I could have, you know what? I could have increased that last one. Sorry, I'm going to step back a little bit here. My first one, I'll spend $2 to bump him all the rest of the way and get one of these. Sorry for the backtracking. This is the benefit of playing solo. you can rewind a little bit here. So yeah, I'll end up here, which is as far as you can go, but I'll get one of these things that increases that action. And then now for my last action, I'll play the protractor, and now I can move 3 spaces here. 1, 2, 3, getting $3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and I mean, that's the end of the round. So now I have to pick a card to tuck in, and I think I'll pick my generic. No, I need that one. I need my protractor. Let's take. I think I'll take I'll tuck the book action in. Okay, now these all reset. Get some new ones out here. There's some, a wild book. That could be quite handy. And some of these are nice, like using one of these small round tokens twice. Being able to jump to the next neighboring location, or you ignore the card you play and get 4 points and $2 instead. Okay. All right, so that's set up for next round. I'll earn my $2 income money for my in-between round scoring. I have no points to speak of, and then we'll continue with the next round. So, do I want to keep going up the track here? I think maybe I do. All right, let's move. Now, what do I want to aim for endgame scoring? I already have one guy at the end. Maybe I'll go up this way, and that way I can get. Okay, although I do like the masters I have right now, so maybe I'll instead go. So 1. Okay, now I'm gonna move this guy. So he's gonna move 1 and spend $2 for an additional movement. So I'll go 1, 2, and then it'll give me another gear to place here. Make my next actions just a little bit better. I feel like I need to move around some more, though. I'm not too far. I also am going to need some books. So let's do books first. I'm going to use my Jester hat for a 2-book strength. And do I want? Yeah, that wild book is pretty nice. I'm going to get the wild book for meeting later requirements for placing books. I think that'll be important. And then I'm going to go ahead and play it. So we have 3 protractors. I'm going to spend an extra $2 so I can move 4 spaces. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I passed over 3 money spots. And I got one of these potion income tiles, which I think will be a nice little source of bonus income. And you know what, maybe I'm gonna do it again. I've got 3 already. I'll do another 4. Spend $2 to move 5 this time. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna get 4 back for money. And then this is gonna give me 2 points immediately, plus a 3 book action. So I think I will do the, I feel like the bonus tile is, doubling bonus is quite nice, but there's not nearly as many of these little tokens as there are in a 3 or 4 player game. So I'm going to take the $2 to skip to the next location, which I think that's what it does. Everything is referenced in the book quite nicely. So I'm just going to look that up. 2 coins to move your scientists to any free village with a silver or gold border without bonus tokens. You can apply this effect either before or after performing the basic travel action. Okay, so I can do it afterwards. So it has to be empty, no tokens. You know, I don't like any of those. I'm going to spend a coin to get two more cards out and see if I get something better. Okay, we have 3 books the same, gives you $4. And we have, I don't even know what that does. So that one is apply the immediate special effect with the lightning symbol of an action card which has already been placed near my desk. Oh, that could be good. Let me get like the $1 again. Now I'm going to keep digging. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I want something better. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, look at all the books. Okay, yeah. That's, I'm going to take this one instead. That's much better. Here, sorry for the mess. And, do I want to do my first book action? I could do a 2 book action and place, I can place one here. I don't have enough to earn any of these tokens yet, but I can definitely start filling in books. Oh, I mean, I guess technically I have a wild book too, so I can even place this a lot of different places. I can go in here somewhere, start working on this area. It's gonna be a while before I get the purple, however. Or, yeah, this is gonna be a while over here too, I think. So let's start going over here. So I'm gonna play that for a book action. So I now have 2 greens, a blue, and something else. And I think I'm gonna take advantage of this combination and put a book on one of the 3 different colors spot here. So I'm hoping later I can then get to Paris here and fill this row in for some income later on. All right, that is the end of the round. I have to choose which card to tuck next. I think I'm going to tuck one of my protractor cards because I think is it a protractor? No, it's not a protractor. I'm getting confused. It's been a while since math. I'm just realizing I'm pretty sure these are not protractors. It's a right angle. I guess it's a right angle. All right, so I'm tucking that one in. I'm gonna get my income. I get a $2 income and a potion. And I really need to start getting points incomes because I'm not getting any points right now. And so I'm already into the 3rd round of the game. We are gonna reset all these cards. And let's see here what we get. Spends potions for points and things. Some more books. Buy $3 for 2 coins. That's not bad. And some more books. Oh, placing an extra cube out during your travels. Oh, that one's pretty good. Okay, let's go and maybe take a university action. I do need more universities. I also need to travel. I need to get around here more. So let's travel 1 over here and place my first cube in Paris. It's a little hard to see with the red. And I could really use some more travel cards. All right, let's spend a hat. And let's pick up, how many book actions do I have? I have 1. I'm gonna spend an extra $2 to pump that up to 2 book actions. And I'm gonna grab, 2 hat actions, and I'm gonna grab this one. Oh, hold on. A point per orange book. Oh, that's only here. I don't have very many orange books, but I do have this leader. So maybe I will take. Yeah, no, you know, I'm gonna stick with the plan. I'll take this one, and then I'm gonna use my jester for another university, and spend $2 to pump it to 3. You know, these nice ones down here. I'm gonna grab the extra cube action here. So next time I move, I can go pretty far. Right now it's only gonna be 2 though. I do wanna build some books by the end of the round so I can start getting some of these combos in. But let's maybe move. So I can move 2. 1, 2, I pass over this icon for a free potion. I don't have enough money to pump up the action, so which is fine. But this does let me get a cube on purple. And now let's go and build some books. All right, so I have a 2 book strength. I'm going to increase that to 3 by spending some coins and place a book on the one that matched Paris here. So now I'm going to be earning 3 points each round. All right, well, that is the end of the round. I've got to decide what card I'm going to tuck now. Yeah, maybe my university card, or my gaining new cards card is going to get tucked in. And let's see, we're going to get my $2 income. I'm going to get potion income, and I'm going to get 3 points. So slow but steady. We're getting there. Let's add some more cards. 1, 2, and shuffle. Alrighty. I do want to start getting some masters out soon. So maybe I'll do the protractor action here with the wild. So I'm going to get 4 protractors here. Not protractors. I keep saying protractors, not protractors. Right angles, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $3. And I get to activate one of my masters. So the question is, do I want to do the book guy to get some books so I can start placing more books out, some money, the gears, and that's an automatic pass. So I could, in theory, jump up to here. Which, do I want to skip that spot? What does that do? Receive 1 VP for every completed row and column. Yeah, that's not very not very far here. This spot is quite nice though, being able to score 5 points per set of 3, which I do have a good variety of books in my hand. So this is all books in your hand, and if I keep those, that's a fair amount of points. Do I want that one? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it, because I won't have to pay the requirements when I do it. So we'll activate this guy, which will allow me to move 3 and then meet the requirements automatically. So let's go 1, 2, 3. I'll put him here. So that's an easy one, I think. Let's put these guys. Where can everybody see them? Let's put them up here. All right, that is the first action. And then let's start filling in some books here. So here is a 2-book action. I have 3 green now. So I'm gonna fill this in. And I've just revealed a 1-time potion. So I'll take that. Okay, let's Jester to place another book. And we're gonna place it over the purple location, which I've just gotten. And then I think we're going to, I can't protractor right now. It's fine. Should we move? If we move, we're only moving 1 space. It's going to cost me $3 to jump over here. So that's not ideal. I can move up 2 spaces on one of these tracks. That could be good. Let's do that. So I'll play a gear, get $1. I have 2 gears, so let's move up 2 spaces. And we'll go 1, 2, take a thing of my choice. I'm going to take the points income this time. And that is the end of the round. All right, so it's time to tuck in some cards. I'm going to tuck that $1 gear in. And take these ones off. We're going to reset some cards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All right, now for income, I'm getting $2. I'm getting a potion, and I'm getting 2 plus 3, so I'm getting 5 points. Okay, all right, second last round here. All right, I do want to get up the chart here a little bit more, but I also need to play some books pretty badly. So let's, hold on, I need an orange. Okay, we should travel. Let's travel to, sure, we'll travel down here and place a cube. And then we're going to place a book at action 2, and we'll place it there. So now I'm going to get 5 points per round. And then, do I want to travel some more? I'd love to get to the other master space to get some masters out. I also need to move. Oh, yeah, I also need to move my protractor. So let's. Oh, not my my right angle. So let's do that first. Oh, I don't have the requirements yet for it. I need 3 green books. Oh, here we go. I've got a wild. So let's do the protractor for a wild book. And that gives me 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do meet all those requirements. I get $3 for the spot. And this is going to give me $3 per each of these numbered university spaces. So I need to start visiting more of those. I am kind of going the wrong direction for that. And let's see, can I complete any more book spots this round? I could. Yeah, I could probably get this row too, I think. So I'll play this book. I've got a level 3 book. I have 2 wilds. So I have a wild, so that's 2 orange, potion for 3rd orange, and place a book down here. And now I uncovered the spot for $4. Get some change. Got a lot of money right now. And then lastly, I think I need to get that my points income up here. So I'm going to place the wild. And I already have 2 books. 2 blue books, I mean. And then this is going to go in here. So I've now filled in this area for some more bonus points. All right, I need to now bury a card because we've hit the end of the round. As much as I don't want to lose my wild protractor, I'm not using the protractor anymore, so I don't really need the card. So let's bury that guy. And then reset. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be my last round here, so I better make it good. Okay, and then for income, I get $2 income. I get a potion. And then I get 2, 6, 9, and 14. So 14 points. 14 for points income. So it's getting better. It's getting better. And now I need to get some endgame scoring stuff going here. I would love to get another master. So I think I'm going to start heading off in that direction for movement. But I could use some more cards for movement though, because I only have 2 right now. And nothing on my board. There is more here. I do need some more gears as well to get that 4 points per master. Let's do that first. So 3, I can spend 2 for an extra, and go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't have the books yet. Oh, I need the books. Sorry, that's going to have to be later because I need the books first before I can get there. 3 greens and an orange. Okay, let's. Okay, I think we are going to have to travel. Oops. Travel, but then I need books. I need books pretty bad. Let's just go ahead and do books. Books is safe. So books here is a 2-book action. I don't have this spot yet, so I'm going to spend, was it 3 potions to meet that requirement? And place a book there. Oh, sorry, this one. And then we are going to do it again. So I'm at 3 books now, and I'm going to buy a potion for $3. and then spend 2 potions to meet this spot I don't have yet, and place this here. I've uncovered a master, so I can now immediately play a master. Oh, I can move up to 5 spaces without paying anything. Well, I may just want to go and do the other master. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll use this master that'll let me move up to 5 spaces without paying anything. So he's going to go all the way through here and trigger another master. Okay, here, and I'm going to get the master with the 2 books. That's pretty good. I've got 3 masters out right now. All right, it's coming together. I do need to save at least 1 gear for getting up the end here. And how am I going to get more distance? I'd love to get farther here if possible. Oh, you know what? 2 points per master, I believe, is what that tile is. I already got 3 masters out on the board. So that could be, that's 6 points is not bad. Oh, receive 2 VPs and 2 coins for every master card I've played. Oh. Indeed. Yeah, that's, I would need to buy a new student, but that might be worth it. Is there any more book combos I can fill in this area before I pass on the books? Because if I get 3 more, which is, it's not going to happen. I'm never going to fill that in. I'm not going to be able to get enough cubes to start getting points from that. I can do some gears though. So let's spend the $5 to put another student out. And we're going to gear up here. 3, 1, 2, 3. And it is 2 points and $2, I believe. Yep, for each master. I've played 3 masters, so that's $6. And 6 points. Okay, I'm at 30. And I believe I have, I don't have a potion. Oh, I can buy potions. All right, so I do need to get up to the end of this track before the end of the game. All I have is left is the wild and the movement. If I move, I'm moving 1 or 2 spaces, which I don't have any scoring for that, so I don't know if there's much point right now in moving on the map. I could go diving for a card. I really need gears though. So you want, maybe I'll go diving for a card, spend $2 to increase the action to a 3. Grab this nicer gear card, because remember I'm getting $5 per set, max 3 sets. And then I'll play this for 1, 2, 3, 4 gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 green books, I have an orange. I'll take this potion and 2 points. And then that is the game. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the end of round scoring, which here I'm getting another $2. And I'm getting a potion, and I'm getting, let's see, 2, 6, 10, 13, 18, 23 points from books and point scoring. 1, 2, 3, and then 10, 20. So I'm lapped the board now, which is pretty nice. And now for endgame scoring. All right, so first let's do the Masters. I have, it's 9, 10, 11 points in Masters. And then we'll do the, let's see here, the end game things here. We'll start with this one, which is my weakest one, unfortunately. I've only hit 2 of these different cities, so that's only 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 4 points per master card played. Okay, so that's 12 points. 4, 34. And lastly, we have $5 per set of books. So this is on my active cards. And it's max 15 points. So we have 2, 3, 4 orange, we have 4 blue, we have 4 green. But I can only score 15 here. 34, 44, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can't buy points, and that is it. So end game score, I've gone all the way around the board. So I'm sitting pretty at 99 points. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, all right, let's head back and I will give my review in the game. All right, so that was Newton, and as you can see, it is works pretty well as a solo game. I mean, it is only a beat your own high score, so it's really all about the puzzle of figuring out the game. And so if you're okay with that, like there is no AI to play against. It is just how good can you do. So I know a lot of people are not huge fans. I'm okay with beat your own score because I really get my brain into the puzzle, and something about that just lights up the synapses for me, and I really enjoy the puzzle aspects. And I will say, first of all, the puzzly nature of this is really quite interesting because of the fact that it is so modular. All of these, tokens and endgame scoring things randomly get distributed at the beginning of the game, and there's a bunch of extras too that are in the box. There's a whole pile of different master cards, and the puzzle changes pretty drastically each time you play. It could be wildly different, not just in terms of locations, but what you're going for, and how you're scoring end-game things can really change up a lot. And I think that keeps it really fresh for a long time. Plus, players are slightly asymmetric. They each have a different starting thing, as well as different deck of cards based on player color. And of course the different masters. So each player is going to be working on slightly different things each time too, and just building up their engine. As far as the engine building goes, I mean, as you saw, it starts off slow, but as you get better and better cards from the market and start getting some of these bookshelves and things filled, you start getting more and more points per round, and then just explode at the end and all these end game scoring things. The gameplay is pretty smooth. You play an action, you count up the symbols, you can increase it by 1 if you like, and then you move along and whatever the action is. And I think there's enough variety that it works well with multiplayer. The racing to pick up these little free bonus tokens can be important sometimes, but otherwise there's no blocking each other in multiplayer aside from the tokens and taking cards before somebody. So it's pretty non-confrontational, which in the Euro style games, is a plus for a lot of people. The engine building aspect of increasing your icons and the cards and tucking all work very smoothly, but you do have to plan ahead a little bit. And there's a lot of comboing of being able to, fill this spot in to unlock this master card, and then and then move up on this track here and get this bonus, and I really enjoy that aspect of the game as well. As far as components, the tokens are not amazing, but you're not handling them very much. It is unfortunately a very, very, very beige looking game. Everything from the beige cards to the beige board. I know. And Euros are often made fun of for being very beige, in their coloring. And unfortunately, even though Newton is a pretty new game, it really could have used some better coloring and art style. I think would have really helped to make it pop a little bit more. But having said that, the iconography is pretty clear. It is, you know, I mean, it's a wall of Bayesian icons, but it's easy enough to understand that it's okay. It works. But I would have appreciated a little bit better color. The quality is okay. It's, you know, the cards are pretty nice. So the stuff you're handling is decent. Everything else is as nice as it needs to be. And the game itself is pretty affordable as far as you know, more complex Euro-style games can be. So, all right, do I want to recommend it? Yes, I think I know from my friend group, not everybody liked this game. You know, some people like me really enjoyed it. Other people not as much. It is very themeless. You know, like there is a theme, but it could have been anything. You don't feel the theme as you were playing, and there's things like the bookshelf lines for scoring that just make no sense thematically, and you know, so that can be okay if you're just looking for, you know, a combo heavy puzzle, but the theme is really pasted on. It would have been nice to see a little bit more of a marriage between mechanic and theme. You know, I like to say I like my Euro games a little bit more moist with, you know, a little bit more thematic tie-ins, but and it's okay. It works. The visual style is not great, but the crunchiness and the puzzle is quite excellent. So if you were into that kind of a comboing, bonusing things here and there, figuring out what the best route to complete the puzzle of the game. You know, if you like that kind of game, then I definitely highly recommend this. It is not going to be for the, you know, the faint of heart, because there's some planning that you need to do. And it's also definitely not going to be a family level game. This is going to be more for players who are used to this style of game and are looking for more in it. And I think it doesn't do anything really new as far as I've seen in board gaming, but it does put everything together in a nice tight package with fun turns. You know, and like I said, my brain tends to light up for that kind of, you know, comboing and planning actions. So this is the right kind of game for me. It's not gonna sit super high on my list of games, but I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm gonna keep playing it. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I've been Will from Cardboard Minute. Let me know, what is your favorite combo heavy game? I know there's quite a few out there. I'm gonna be doing some reviews later of some other combo heavy games like Hadrian's Wall. So let me know, what's your favorite? And if you'd like to see any particular reviews on certain games, let me know as well. Thanks for watching.